Hmm. All right, so I'm here at the desktop. Your Cats here on Windows 11, and I'm going to show you a really cool tool you can use for organizing notes. So I've got this file here, and it's scattered with just a bunch of junk over the years. Actually, almost 24,000 characters to be exact. Okay, so what I first tried to do was throw it into CoPilot and tell it to organize all the text characters by stamp. This because each one says last modified by a certain date after each text. Typically on phones, when you make notes, that's how they save out, either iPhones or Android. These are like they're from time of the Android phone. Anyways, so it says, oh, it looks like you're asking to organize the contents of your file based on their timestamps. Says it can't directly interact with files, but if you need assistance writing code or developing a process, that it would help you. Okay, so I tried to go around that, and I said, okay, what is in this document? It analyzed the document, gave me a list of different things that were in it. Pretty good, cut and dry, especially if there's something that you're trying to find that you got a bunch of different text files. Okay, I said, okay, how many notes are from 2016? Uh, Basically, I went to the bottom of the document. I found out that 2016 was the last note timestamp. There was no 2015, so I was going to organize them by years. Okay, so it said it found 13. Well, when I go on here, Control F, 2016, I'm looking at the cursor on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's more, right? Okay, so I said, are you sure there are no more? And then it tried to tell me there were four. Okay, I said, when they're just 13? Then it lists 13 of them in chronological order. I tell it, hey, it counted more. And I also clicked on the deep thinking mode when that did that. So it actually gave me this really detailed output afterwards. It told me it was a long collection of notes, meaning using this phrase, quote, last modified, then having a timestamp. And it also was able to identify that the different phrasing of the dates rather than the words. Example, October 27th, it had identified the numbers. So it first tells me which ones say last modified in 2016. For example, the first one is this, and then it kind of starts going, and then skips them, and then goes to the last one up there. So then it tells me all the ones that just have this other format of date. Excuse me. So then it tells me that the later occurrence appears in a different part of the document. Basically, because some of them were out of order. So even though it appears earlier with this last modified time signature, it later appeared in a different part of the document. And then if I go through, I'm sure it was like out of order or something. If I go to Messenger, yeah, because the dates were supposed to go increase as it went up. So it went reverse because it went October, November instead of October, November going up. So, anyways, the next part to take note is that, I counted them, told me there's 55 notes from 2016. And now what I could do is tell it to have a chronological list of all of them. And boom, just like that. It has a whole chronological list of all, okay, of 20 of the notes. Let's see if I can try to fix that. So I did 20 of them. Start with January 2016 and went all the way down to October. So I must have skipped a few. Let's say I want a list of all 53. Okay, was it 53? Oh shoot, it was 55. Shoot, let's see if it fixes it for me. Sometimes it picks up if I have an error. Looks like it's gonna print out 53. So I'm gonna have to re-request it. How about and the last two? Okay, so now I has all of them, so it ends at November 22nd, just like it was telling me. And then all the way at the top, yeah, January 10th, 2016. So what I can now do is just make a new text file. I can call it 2016. I don't have to call it anything. I want to save it. I can save these. Okay, so I have to just double click, highlight some. Okay, come on, do it again. Okay, okay, I just select all. It says no, it still needs Python querying bio dash future reconfirm. That must be some note I had. I don't remember. I don't think it's trying to tell me about Python. Okay, let me just highlight it and copy or Control C. Nah, yeah, highlight them another way. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can just hit that copy button right there. Boom. 53 of them. I'm gonna remove that. And then I'm gonna go to the last two that I forgot. Copy, paste. I forgot. It doesn't work with Control C. I gotta rename that as well. 54, 55. Boom. Copy. Okay. 53. Oh, after discover. Oops. And then it would just be easier to just type it in again and try to copy back over. All right. And then I could just save it as 2016. Docs 2016 dot text. Boom. Yeah, that's the little tutorial on how to organize your files chronologically with Windows CoPilot. Thank you for watching.